Welcome to week 2 of Redbacks TV. How are you, Grant?
Good, thanks, Daggy. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. Good. Some tremendous feedback on the first episode. All positive.
Yeah.
No one's bagged us yet, at least not to our face.
That's it.
So there's plenty of it behind the scenes. We're racing up YouTube. We're already somewhere between PewDiePie and cats jumping into sinks.
Is that it? Oh,
so we're killing it. So,
are we making any money yet off it?
I think it's 5 cents per million hits, so we're nearly there.
We've got a bit of work to do.
Yeah, I don't know whose coffers that'll go into, whether it's mine or the club's, but we'll worry about that when we get there. But yeah, it's been tremendous feedback. We've got a few questions to touch on later in the show, but we'll kick off with the news from around the ground first.
Yeah, let's do some news. A few milestones coming up, Adrian.
Yep, so last weekend, Chris Harold, Bagon as he's known, passed 2,000 runs for the club.
What an effort.
Fair effort in about 75 matches.
Yeah.
He's hit 55 sixes, which puts him second only to the great Adam Buckley on the club list. And that's a fair effort in his book, really. 75 matches, average is about 30. He's hit high score of 150, so fair career. And everyone's favourite leg spinner, I know he's yours.
If he's spun it.
A straight breaker, as he calls it. Davey Ray passed his 200th match for the club. In that time, he's won 3 premierships, taken just under 250 wickets, and hit about 1,500 runs.
Not bad.
And in the 198 games we've played together, he's only whinged 197 times. So he's going all right.
He's more than one a game for me. So.
Yeah, that's right. He's caught up lately. He's getting old. Results from around the ground, touching the juniors first.
Just before that, Jeff Willis, as we know, suffered a heart attack or a mild heart attack a few weeks ago. To a lot of people's surprise, yes, he does have a heart, even though it's quite small. But by all accounts, Jeff's doing really well, taking it easy, taking it very serious, which it is. We hope to see him back on the park at some time next year, but rest up, Jeffro, and we'll see you shortly.
Yeah, I saw him last weekend at Ones. He's in a pretty good spot. He's looking quite fit, off the smokes. Amy's put her foot down well and truly. He thinks he can play this week, but the boss has stepped in there. But he's going very well. That's and I've passed on a lot of the feedback that we've got and a lot of the well wishes that he has received. So it's been great to see. Not just that, but a few things lately where the club's come together as a family and really, stuck their neck out for a few other people and helped out. So that's meant a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah, that's great news, and that's why we're such a strong.
It is.
Team app, we've got some updates there in our Hall of Fame. If people haven't been on the Team app, it's an absolutely fantastic app with all the results, lots of updates happening with each grade, checking previous results, fixtures, the Hall of Fame. Tell us what's happened there.
Yep, so the Hall of Fame, the latest update includes total boundaries for the club, so you can actually jump in and see just how many 4s and 6s you've hit for the club. That updates quite regularly.
It's pretty dodgy, Daggy. I saw you at 13.
Yeah.
Is that fair income?
I've hit in 5 years, so it's been a dry spell.
Is that just been thrown in there just as a joke or something?
Yeah, it is, yeah. The Ducks, I don't think the Ducks work yet, so I'm only second on that list.
Yeah, pretty sure the 2 blokes that are running this are probably in there, so that's why it doesn't work
Exactly,
yet.
So he's updated that, as well as with the fixtures now. You can see past results, including highlights from that game, which is really intuitive and much easier than having to click through 15 menus on My Cricket on your phone. So
the Hall of Fame is great. It's got all our trophy winners year after year, who's hit hundreds, who's scored the most runs, wickets, hat-tricks.
Double wicket winners.
Everything, it's got everything in it, mate. It's really good. It's really good results there. People will love it.
We will make more of an effort next few weeks to get some live updates out through the app too. We've been a bit slack in that, probably, just bringing some news out, but it's been a pretty quiet time, which is good. We haven't had to call Nick off. So
some results. What do we want to get? Seniors or juniors?
We'll go seniors first.
Yeah, we did juniors first last time.
Yeah, cool. So a couple of outright wins. 2s and 6s both got 10 points. 2s was a pretty good effort against, I would say, mediocre opposition, being fair. But it was great to see Alex and Jungles take 10 and 9 wickets each. I thought Al's been bowling very well all year. He's been great. And Jungles only missed out on 10 because they were 1 short the first week. So we did it pretty easy, as did 6s, who were 1 for 175 in their chase of their first innings score. The highlight there definitely was Peter Hazard, 5 wickets and a hat-trick.
Yes, hat-trick.
So well done, Sake. And Colin Rowe, who hit his 3rd 100 for the club, 100 not out to go with his other 100 in 1st grade and 1 in 7th grade. So he's probably found his home there in 6s.
Yeah, well, we mentioned he got 100 in 7th grade last night at the committee meeting. He was pretty quick to tell us There's one in first grade as well.
Yeah, but we didn't table that.
That's right, it's not minuted.
Beyond that, I spent most of the game at ones. I was very impressed with most of what I saw. I genuinely believe that in the next 3 years we can pick up our first grade comp, if not this year. Our bowling and fielding was outstanding. Just a few little tweaks with the batting and a bit of experience from they're a very young batting lineup, but they'll get there.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. Ninth grade had their first win as well. They're the other big winners. Glenn Harding, Keg, who's come back to the club for the first time in nearly 10 years, again top scored and took 4 wickets. So good to have Keg back. And so that was probably the highlights from round to ground. I especially mentioned Dan Smith in his first game as an actual senior cricketer, hit 55. So that's awesome to see. I've got no doubt he's a first grader of the future, as you've been telling me for how long now? 12 months?
That's it.
So good to see him chiming in. So him and Jared Rosenthal have both hit runs this year already.
That's good.
So that's a promising sign. Princey did manage to bowl somehow from both ends at some point during the day. So 30 overs there.
It helps when you skip them.
Exactly. So
give someone else a bowl, Princey.
Yeah. So I've had words there, but we'll see what happens next.
No worries.
We're considering him red hot favourite for a couple of awards at the moment. But
if you bowl enough overs, you're taking up wickets, right?
So.
But we've got a few teams there that need to get their first win on the board.
Yeah,
it's not a lack of trying. It's just a bit of luck. And
Flobbs' team and Tony's team have both come very close.
Yeah, so that's 4th and 7th grade.
4th and 7th.
Yeah, so
they could have both with a bit of luck have got one home.
Yep.
5th grade have a very young team, still some work to go there, but Curtis Moore took 4 wickets and Grumps was over the moon with him.
Yeah, that's good. So there's promising signs for our teams.
Yeah, definitely. I'm still very confident we're going to have finished quite well off. How about the young fellas?
The young fellas, we're going great guns at the moment, Daggy. I think the club's in a good position. We've had a team in each grade make the finals last year, and I think we're well on the way now after 4 rounds of doing that again this year. Really hope that we can challenge for club championships. We'll finish 2 points behind last year, but I'm confident this year. Our under-10s are 4 from 4, so they're on top of the ladder.
They've got a top of the table clash
They've got a top of the table clash this week, so fingers crossed for those boys. That's at Blue Hills. So the youngsters are flying at the moment, so keep it up, boys. Some really good results there, really gelling as a team, but they've got a couple of good coaches there that are really developing those kids really well, and it's showing. Our under-11s, one team in particular there started to put a few wins together as expected, so that's a positive sign.
Awesome.
One of our teams got their first win on the weekend, so that was good for the Glenmore Park Black in the 11s. Okay, so that was nice. 12s looking strong. My team is performing really well at the moment. We knocked off the premiers of last year a couple of matches ago, a team we haven't beat in 3 years, so never beat them, so the boys were pretty excited by that. I put it all together. I have to say, one of the parents from the other teams come over and said it was one of the best fielding performances they'd seen from an under-12, so well done to my boys. We've really been working on that, and it's good signs. The other under-12s team's performing well. They've won 3 from 4 for a new team. It's done well, but they've got some tough games coming up, so it'll test them out, which will be good for the boys. In the under-13s, some good signs are there. A couple of wins over the weekend, some really strong performances. 14s need to lift their game slightly, but I'm sure that's just around the corner for those boys. They've got some good cricketers there. 15s are on top of the comp again, and 16s got their first win in this year, 1 out of 2. So it's really good signs.
Great, that's Jabbers in the 16s.
Jabbers team in the 16s, so they got a winner.
The super coach will sort them out.
So they got a big chase this week, chasing 200, and I think they're 1 for 20. But if they bat well, they can get those.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's good signs for the junior club.
Good stuff. Awesome. So we've got a new segment on the show. We've had a bit of feedback for this. Straight into it. We're going to name our Hero of the Week every week. One from seniors, one from juniors. We want to start hearing some feedback as to some nominations, maybe people that shouldn't be considered. We might come up with something else at the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah, perfect.
So probably the Daggy Award would be called by the way I'm going.
Well, that won't be a hero one.
No, exactly. So that'll be the opposite. But a couple of nominations for... You go first.
Okay, junior Hero of the Week. It was a tough one between 2 players. A good performance from Kyle McDonough, got 4 for 4 in the under-13s black on the weekend, so that's a really great performance. But my Hero of the Week was from our under-11s, Glenmore Park Black, David Weekly Ramirez. Finished 16 not out, but led his team to their first victory.
Oh, awesome.
Batted very steady, I called in on my way home from our game, and really impressive. I like to see a young kid just work the match and get red ink. Why else wouldn't I get it?
Oh, that's a moral in there.
Yeah, that's right. That's perfect. It's perfect. So that's my hero of the week. Well done, sir.
Face 104.
Doesn't matter how many balls he faced, mate. Not out, and he got his team home. That's what it's all about. So well done, young fella. I'm really proud of you.
Congratulations. Good stuff. I had 3 nominations this week. Obviously, hard to leave Sake out, a hat-trick and a fifer. I then slightly had him pipped by Alex Mazzano, who took his first 10-wicket haul. He, with 6 for and 4 for to clean up Gemmo. He has a fair resume now. He's 18. He's hit a double century in seniors, a century in juniors. He's won a second grade premiership. He's now got a 10 for and a hat-trick. All of those things which I haven't done, bar the second grade premiership, as the shirt says. So he's doing all right at the age of 18, and he's bowling very, very well again. But my hero of the week had to be Matt Murphy. He came down and helped out second grade with no notice, ran around in the field, kept the boys not only thoroughly entertained, but he made sure there's no gaps. And when he learns the difference between short mid-wicket and fine leg, he'll be set. I'm a big fan of Matty Murphy now, so well done, Matty. Congratulations on your inaugural Hero of the Week award.
Yeah, fantastic, mate. It brightened up the day for the boys in second grade. And he did a great job there. No one can misfield a ball like Matty Murphy.
No, that's right.
But, mate, the way he chased it to the boundary, you could probably give me a good challenge. I'm not Hunt, by the way. But no, it was great to have him out there. He thoroughly enjoyed it, did a good job, and well done, mate.
His comments afterwards at the pub were, it was electrifying. So he loved it. It was great. It's great. It puts a bit in perspective when you have Ernie and Matty come down and spend some time in the field. I guess the cricket we take for granted each and every week, to have them look up to guys like yourself, guys like Jungles, Damage, and even Al and Benny when they're on the field, it's great to see around the club, and it's great that guys can build a reputation based on that, and there's genuine excitement about being part of that.
Yeah.
It means a lot to us, and I'm glad it meant a lot to Matty. So great stuff.
Yeah, and the boys loved having him on there.
Exactly, definitely. So
good stuff, boys. Hero of the weeks.
Yeah.
Well done.
Good stuff. Now, our other award is the inaugural presentation tonight of the Benny Beanat Balaclava Award, or the 3Bs as we'll call it going forward. And our inaugural award winner is none other than Club Vice President in his 11th year at the club, Colin Rowe. Well done, Col. You're not here to get your stockings with the eyes cut out that I'd specially prepared for the occasion, but I'll make sure you get it this Saturday. 100 not out in 6th grade. He's only graded 2s, but he got special clearance to play for 8, and I'm very proud of him. Yeah, but Cole, I'll just touch on Cole for a sec actually. It's his 3rd 100 for the club. He does have a 1st grade 100, as he was quick to point out. He also has a 7th grade 100. I think though he'd give all 3 back for the chance. 2 things that in 11 years of cricket he's failed to do: never pick up a premiership, and in his 11th year club he still doesn't have a nickname. So I'm sure he'd swap for both of them.
Yeah, well, I've told him he hasn't picked up a premiership because he's never played in my team.
Exactly. You keep telling me that, but we've won one. So.
That's right. I told you that.
Yeah.
No problem, mate. So Cole, come and play my team.
He was off
right,
turn it down.
That's it.
But good on him for being amongst the runs. He kicked the season off with a duck, but he's made up for that. So outstanding work, Colin.
Yes, no worries. I think our feedback, our questions of the week.
So I've got
or questions if we get more than one, but we've had a very good question from
Punit written in.
What is he asking, Daggy? Because this is a good one.
Honourable mention to Darren McMillan, who voted for the Cole, second our vote for Cole as the Benny Beanat Balaclava Award. But Punit's written in and he's asked, he's come across a number of senior teams that use offensive enough language which becomes unacceptable. This seems to be quite normal practice for some teams. Personally, I do not get used to this, but being a human being can only take so much abuse against my teammates. Is there a solution to this? Any thoughts, Grant?
Mate, unfortunately, there's probably not, in park cricket, too many solutions other than having thick skin.
Yeah.
I think, my best advice, mate, is just to do the talking with your game.
Yeah.
Ignore it. Hopefully that stops to a certain extent. Mate, just take it on board. Bit of a smile, bit of a wink, have a laugh and just get on with your game. Play your best, and hopefully at the end of the day, your performances have done the talking. I think that's the best way of handling it, rather than getting involved in stupid banter. If it's heading in that direction, a bit of chat doesn't hurt if it's all in good spirits. But if it starts to get into that real nasty situation, it's best to alleviate that by saying nothing and just playing your cricket. You know, the smile, the wink if you hit them for 4, or you know, a high five with your teammates if you get a wicket. I think that's the best way of handling those situations. What do you think?
I agree. I think it's more prevalent in the lower grades because there's a number of people that either, one, aren't great cricketers or don't know the rules at all, and then will get their back up if you say, hang on, can you explain your decision? That then leads to whatever else it leads to. Beyond that, I would suggest to put it in writing to me, because if we don't know about it, well, we don't know about it. We can't act on it, we can't help. So if I get it in writing, I can help out.
So an all-in brawl or harking back up in a same derogatory way or offensive way is not going to alleviate the problem. It's only going to escalate it, because... And
the only people that suffer when it's escalated is us, really. Because we're the ones that have to go in and answer the questions.
That's right.
And from outsiders looking in, like it always does, it's just, well, they've all done the wrong thing.
But good question.
Great question.
There's no easy solution to that one, Adrian. It's been going on in cricket for hundreds of years. Park cricket's, it happens there, and you just need to be the bigger man.
Good. Great question. Hopefully we get more of them going forward, because it is a tough question. We probably could have talked about it for half an hour. So first of all, I want to touch on is, it was brought to my attention by Adam Buckley last night, is for the guys that have been running around, especially the crusty old seniors that have been running around on a cricket field for 20 or 30 years, go and get your skin checked. There's 3 clinics in Penrith, they all bulk bill. I'm booking in next week to go see it myself, as someone who was very slack early on, as someone that is not putting on sunscreen. But go and get it checked out. Bucks, I'm sure, would be fine with me saying, had a melanoma cut out last week, and he's all about promoting that awareness that just go and get yourself checked out. I know there's been half a dozen cricketers I've played with that have turned up with the big scar, you know, the big bandage on their face or on their shoulders because they've done it, but it only has to pierce the skin by a millimetre. And
Bucks made a very good point last night that he only called in out of just fluke, that he was passing by, got a little thing taken off the side of his face, just got it checked, thought it'd be okay, come back, and it was a nasty melanoma, and was told that if he didn't get that taken off and seen to when he did, that could have ended in absolute disaster. So guys out there, it's no hassle in doing it. It's better to be safe than sorry, so get out there and do it, and get yourself checked out.
Week ahead, so we've got for the seniors and hopefully any junior club members that want to turn up, we're going to put in our first Back to the Player night this week. We'll have a presentation for players, put a few jugs out and about, maybe even some nibblies and that sort of thing, have a bit of fun. The meat raffle's on again, which is going great guns at the moment. That'll be on again. Second grader running it this week, so support the boys, support the club. All those funds go back into the club. So that should be a good night for everyone playing Saturday.
And I believe it's a special birthday of a great veteran of the club as well.
Yeah, Kev DeLima's turning 21. So
21 is?
Yeah, 22.
Congratulations. And someone else's...
my 30th, so come and buy me a beer.
What?
My 30th.
I'm thinking, you 30 or 40, mate?
Feeling 40, playing like 50.
Yeah, so happy birthday for tomorrow, Daggy.
Yes, thank you.
Well done, and we'll have a few beers on Saturday night.
So come and buy me a beer on Saturday night.
Yeah, Daggy hates a free beer. Alright, and last but not least, good luck to all our junior rep boys that kick off their rep seasons for real. Trial matches over for the DCA boys this Sunday. First game's up, so good luck to all them. Hope they do well. And
we'll report back on all the outstanding Redback performances in a couple of weeks.
That's it, that's the show.
Yep, see you in a few weeks.